Pittsburgh Steelers hand the Raiders an ugly loss. Only one team has not had a turnover this year. Only one defense this year has not had a turnover, and it's been the Las Vegas Raiders. Gilbert, what were your impressions of that game last?
Oh man,
Your faces says
I'm
it
still
all.
recovering from that terrible game. I had to watch it for work, and I wrote about it, and I was rolling my eyes every time the broadcast was like, "This is 1970s football, like the glory days of the Steelers and the Raiders." I'm like, "Get
It's
out
a
of here!" Like,
barrage.
yeah, yeah. These offenses are terrible, Fernando.
They're
The good
so
thing
bad.
for the Steelers, they have a good defense. The Raiders have neither, and they were just really boring to watch here. And it reminded me, I'm like, how do you give us this on prime time after the Dolphins dropped 70 points, man? Like we're watching. Like I want to see 70 points. I don't want to watch fake 1970s football here with the Raiders and the Steelers. It was terrible, and it was just a reminder, Fernando, if you don't have a quarterback in this league, you have no chance. Like even guys like Sam Howell, Desmond Ritter, they came back to earth. Like they're not gonna do anything. Kenny Pickett, Jimmy G trying to just force feed Devontae Adams. Good for my fantasy team, but not good for the Raiders. Like you got to spread the ball around, and he was taking a beating from T.J. Watt. Maxx Crosby was doing his thing with the Raiders, but that's all they have there, Fernando. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going like. If the Raiders are in a bad spot, I thought they're gonna be better because they at least have those four guys. Or just probably three. I shouldn't count Jimmy G. But Crosby, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. You have guys who are bona fide stars at their positions, but that's all they have. They have no depth here. And by year two, you want to see some kind of depth, right, from your coaching stint with Josh McDaniels. They haven't really done that. They haven't really hit on draft picks here. Devontae was a trade. Josh Jacobs was a different regime. Crosby as well, different regime. So you need some guys to step up, and they haven't done that for now. So I was wrong. I thought maybe they'll win like 7 games because they have this ball control style. They can't even run the freaking football, man. So the Raiders, I know it's still early and they have one victory. They're 1-2, but maybe in a couple of weeks I might put a fork in them and say, "See ya." And they play the Chargers though coming up.
You know what the real problem is too? They can't run the football. Josh Jacobs, week 1 against the Broncos, 48 yards. Last week, -2 yards to this week, 62 yards. It's going to take him some time. He held out. He did not go to training camp. He came in at the end. Everybody thought, oh, he's going to take off running. It's going to take him a while to get into that shape again. I don't think he's done well. And then Jimmy G was just turning the ball over kind of recklessly, in my opinion. Like there was one where he threw it, and I don't know who number 20 is on the Steelers, but I can't remember. But he just looked and he goes, oh, like he does a double take and just goes over and catches it, and he's like, oh, okay, thank you. Like I appreciate it. So
There was one where he threw the ball to Devontae knowing there were two guys coming in to
yeah,
hit him. And I'm like, what are you doing? That's your best
yeah,
player.
exactly. So, and Jimmy G, I think, is in concussion protocol. So,
Yeah, he took a lot of hits,
it's
man. Did you see the
definitely,
one where he got like bent like a pretzel on TJ Watt's sack?
oh yeah, that was
That was
bad.
nasty.
I was surprised he got up. But if you guys want more on the Raiders this week, I will be talking to Vic Toffer from the Athletic. He's going to be jumping on What's Up Bolts to break down the Raiders. I'm excited for that conversation. So it's definitely going to be really good. But yeah, no, the Raiders just look they look like they're just out of a funk. And then there was a lot of Steeler fans there yesterday. Like sounded like a Steelers home game, but that's just the way Pittsburgh is. But Devontae Adams, obviously 13 catches, 172 and 2 touchdowns. But then other than that, nothing else really produced. I mean, for them, I mean, Jimmy G had 3. If you take away the yard, I mean, Jacoby Myers had 7 catches, 85, but then that was basically it. Like that was all they had. And over here, they made Kenny Pickett look like a all pro. Well, not an all pro, but he had 235, 2
He's
touchdowns. Like,
better.
yeah, no, and he didn't turn the ball over at all. Najee Harris is starting to worry me a little bit. If I'm
Yeah, they had a decent ground game, but he's not the lead back that we all thought he would be.
yeah, no, and GB Michael Mayer bust.
Oh,
I don't know yet. I'm gonna wait. It's only
I
been
think
3
he had a
games.
catch, or was it a
2-point
2-point conversion?
conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna wait when it comes to him. Oh yeah, look, I have a Dragon Ball Z shirt. Whoop whoop. But
I have a Latino Heat shirt.
oh, there you go. Well, it's a sweatshirt, but sure.
Oh, sorry. I
But
do have a shirt though.
yeah, but definitely, I definitely think that you have to wait a little bit more on Michael Mayer, just because I mean it's gonna take him some time and everything. But the dude was really good in college, but now let's see what he can do. And who knows if Josh McDaniels and all those
They
guys are
just need
doing
rookies
enough.
to produce, man. I haven't seen anything on
Yeah,
Tyree Wilson. Like you look at the Lions, man. You got Sam Laporta making plays, and so I don't know. You got to draft well and develop, and they haven't done that. And by the way, the Steelers, yeah, they won 2 games with terrible, clunky performances. And Mike Tomlin's not going to apologize for winning ugly fashion, but I'm not worried about that. Nobody should be worried about the Steelers in the playoff. They do not look good either.
Yeah, no, it's gonna. And the defense is all right, but even their defense isn't all that like what it used to be. But I mean, we'll see what happens there. But definitely, the Raiders are in trouble, especially because you said they come to LA. They're going to play the Chargers. They fall down to 1-3, and you already saw what happened with the Chiefs are starting to kind of pick it up a little bit.